Oh shit! Hun, but the H's are silent and the U is pronounced W, so it's WYN, and it's pronounced win.
Okay. Yeah, because I thought I was messing it up.
You did your best, I'm sure.
Yeah. So yeah, we got Duck in the booth. Duck on the hot seat and is just kind of hanging out, watching some good pool. We got JD CANTU and JUAN SEGUNDO. JUAN just got done with a hill thriller. It was nail biting. I was commentating the hot seat match, but I kept watching that hill rack. Kept getting distracted. So
yeah, let's not forget JD just hit an incredible jump shot.
Yeah, beautiful jump shot. Yeah, now we're kind of getting into the commentating the actual match, doing some introductions, but I missed the jump, but I heard it. He's still shooting, so.
Inexplicably, JD just missed a semi-easy cut on the 4-ball. I think he was thinking it was pretty rudimentary here. He ended up taking his eye off the ball, leaving one opportunity at back into. Juan's had a really good tournament run. Mid tournament, he lost one match, and on the B side went on a tear, defeating some really strong players at Caulfield and just recently, last match, Anthony Collins, and both players were playing tremendous at the end.
All right, where's this cue ball gonna go? I think we'll leave on a bank shot. I don't think I'm cutting this ball. I think ways you gotta play the bank here.
Yeah, you have 2 holes to shoot at if you bank short.
Yeah. New felt too, so the spin won't grab it. It actually may release and lower side. Watch out, cue ball. So not a gimme here for JD. Definitely a makeable shot.
This is one of those drills that you see in the pro setup and tell you to shoot 10 times in pro.
Oh yeah.
If your stroke is straight.
Yeah.
He nails it.
So, put a little we got some sound effects in here.
That was not easy.
Have you ever played with I'm gonna pronounce this a certain way. Have you ever played with Tyler Steyer's the balls?
Yes, I have actually.
Yeah, I have a set at home.
I bought a set and I bring it to the pool hall, and it is extremely humbling. Have you hit with one?
Oh yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
Tyler was down at the coast, right, and he was doing demos and stuff in the green room. So I went up and I was like, all right, let me see those things, right? And I was acting not, cocky, but in a humbling way, right? And I hit the first 3, and he goes, dude, who are you, bro? You got the straightest shot stroke I've ever seen. And the thing he was doing was like, you get 10 shots, right?
Uh-huh.
So I made the first 3, and then I missed the rest. I was feeling good. I was like, oh, this is easy, dude. I got a straight stroke, but then I just missed it. So I bought a set. I haven't really used it. I probably should start.
Can you explain to those who've never seen what the ball are for those who've not had a chance to hit with them?
Yeah, so basically Tyler Steyer like kind of collaborated with a guy who designed them. I forgot the company name, but basically they're like full-sized ping pong balls, and they have weights in them. And basically you make like a dot, so you put the ball on the table, and it'll kind of set itself to where the weight is on the bottom, and you put a dot on the top so you can quickly go and set the ball. And basically what you do is you set up straight shots, right, from corner to corner. And there's a white one and an orange one, and the white one is the cue ball, and the orange one's the same thing, right? You make that dot, and you put it, facing up so the weight isn't very down. And basically you just hit it. And what it does is it really shows the deflection. It makes the deflection extreme. So if you don't hit the cue ball perfectly dead center, smooth stroke, it will deflect to the left immensely, it will deflect to the right immensely. And there's certain ways where the ball deflects where it tells you like what side of the cue ball you're missing, how much you're missing. There are drills. There's a whole like video package you can buy, and it has all these different drills, which I bought, but I haven't used it. So, but yeah, these things are really cool. Both the balls made by Tyler Steyer. So check them out. Yeah, I think they're online. You can buy them online. But enough about Tyler Steyer. This is the 4th place match. 1-0 in favor. JD's at the table. I think he's hooked. I don't know if he has a window to maybe jump over a part of a 9. Yeah, he's hooked.
Yeah, it looks like it's on 2 rails.
Have you ever commentated on EvoSports?
No, not.
So we have a mouse here. If you see a shot, you want to draw it up. If you left click, you can freehand. And if you right click, you can make straight lines. There's also a cue ball.
Oh, great.
You can put different images on it. We have sound effects. So if you draw lines and you want to erase it, just press clear. So that's the basic rundown.
I don't know what's more nerve-wracking, playing in a tournament in the last few matches or commentating to the public.
Oh yeah, I know this. If I kind of wish like I was on commentary for this last Big 6 match, because just the whole way through it's just intense and insane. It's like it was nerve-wracking for me just sitting here, right? Like, I was just like, oh my god, like this action. Yeah, commentating can get pretty intense, and we commentators who love Nicholas Hill, we love it. I don't think this 5 plays past the 7, but I could be wrong. There's always those little windows where you can play half your pocket.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna go 2 rails or slow roll it.
It looks like it goes, or he's gonna play a safe here. If it doesn't go, I mean, you can play it safe and send the cue ball up the table and just try to, or the 5, and then try to put the cue behind the 7. A couple different ways you can go about this. Or the carom. I think he's lining up on the
Oh, wow. Rubbed off the 7.
Cue ball sends itself all the way down table. It'd be okay though, just hit this smooth up here. You can come 1 rail back to the center of the table.
So you're digging down.
I'm digging here.
Okay. You're not going for it.
Refresh our studio here. Juan Segundo quickly firing back, tying this up.
This turned out to be a barn burner.
Yeah. So hey, EvoSports made a video, and I'm gonna play it, but it kind of gives you an idea of what it's all about.
Introducing EvoSports, the future of live streaming. It's now easier than ever to stream and share your action. We use the best equipment for high-quality HD image. Invite a commentator from anywhere in the world. EvoSports is the evolution in billiards entertainment. Live streaming has never been easier. Simply enter your name, add your race length, and start your stream. Join us on YouTube at EvoSports Streaming or at evosports.live.
On comment, I think I've only commentated like 6 matches. Like 2 or 3.
Yeah,
Honestly, yeah.
not many, right? And then how many times did you see a golden break?
I didn't see any. I saw one on stream, and there were a bunch here. There was like at least 4 or 5 that I saw on table.
So at the beginning of the tournament, I was discussing with some what the over and under would be for golden break.
Yeah,
We
because I
thought it
made
was-
this tournament to be like any pocket, but honestly, in reality, a lot of players play with magic racks now, and the 9-ball doesn't go to that. Like if they're breaking from this side, a lot of the times the 9-ball doesn't go in these left corner pockets.
Yeah.
Like they'll get kicked into the top hole.
Mhm.
And people were complaining about it, like I'm not playing because of that rule. It's like, well, I didn't see any 9-ball breaks go there. The idea is to kind of get the tournament moving a little faster. It's 9:30, and I will admit I probably could have done a race to 6, and we would have been okay. But I wanted to make sure it got done,
Yeah.
and I only had one day to do it. So did JD push out?
Don't know.
Replay. Yeah. Oh yeah, he pushed out.
Now, how do you describe the art of pushing to someone who's not new to pool, but learning the game? Because that's such a key thing.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, honestly, like if you're trying to learn the push out and ideas behind it, watch the pros play rotation. They do push outs, and it's hard to kind of find push outs because they don't do it all the time. But it's seriously such an art. Like my idea behind it, what I want is I want to put the cue ball somewhere where I think I can make it or get a good save out of it, right? Somewhere where I can do something with it. Because I have an idea, but also somewhere tough to where if the opponent says I'm going to take it, like they have to work. They have to work to get that. And a lot of times I pushed to a jump out because I was confident I could jump over, caught it with shape. But I mean, it is just such an art. It's kind of like whatever you're comfortable with. You don't want to just push out somewhere where you're screwed if they give it back, right? You want to challenge your opponent in a sense. But you also want to like know, like if you get it back, like you have a shot.
You don't have to have both the mentality to lean towards your strengths, but also consider the possibility of your opponent taking them.
Right.
Meanwhile, Juan did it really solid safety on the 3-ball, locking JD up on the 7. And I think he has to go one rail, maybe a couple rails.
He's going.
One.
Yeah, he's going. He's playing it right. I heard like he was loading up with the right, and I was like, this angle. So he was to really hit that, or he didn't put any right on it. Yeah, nice containing safety there. Possible to make a ball from here. Screen though, it does not look like you can see it. You might be able to make this ball.
Oh, beautiful. If it returns safe.
Yeah, a lot of the times too, for those lower players or any player really that don't see it this way, a lot of the times on tables there are walls, right? And so looking from a ball over here and a ball over here, like you have all of this room because you're lying. Like maybe there's a little window here, but like over here on this side, like there's no window, right? So you can put a ball anywhere really over here. And the cue ball anywhere over here, like you have a huge ball to block. So like those are things to look for. Just kind of something I saw that I pointed out.
Yeah, I think a lot of people still they don't understand what to look for until it happens, and then as they walk around the table, it's a skill that they need to adapt to. That's a fantastic.
Beautiful shot. Are we 2 for 2 on jumps right now?
Yeah.
I think we are. JD, you respect that shot. He said, "Oh, good shot." But yeah, I mean, pool really is like, I'm sure there are other things you could throw in there, but it's really like a mix of knowledge and execution. Right?
Most definitely.
Like you got to be able to execute the shot. If you're the smartest player, ever, but you can't execute these shots, right? You're gonna have trouble. Whereas if you are executing shots, but you're not that knowledgeable of the game, you could find yourself in trouble there.
So it's that fine balance of knowledge and being able to execute under pressure.
Yeah, there was a shot Anthony had here, Hill, and the safety that he tried to play. And the guy was on too. Yeah, and in my opinion, he played it wrong. What happened was he could have put the cue ball in a certain position to barely hit the ball, but instead he put the cue ball somewhere else and had to hit more of the ball to avoid the ball that he was going to hide it behind. And it broke the balls apart, and he sold out. And it was Hill.
And so was that a lack of knowledge or lack of execution?
It would be knowledge.
More on the knowledge, yeah.
Because I don't know what his plan was for execution, the way he set that up. I mean, potentially it'd be execution, but there was a different way to play that for sure, right? And I'm not going to sit here and say it was the wrong shot, this and that. I mean, Anthony, if you're listening, I'm sorry, buddy. But I mean, yeah, just some knowledge of the game. Like, and I explained to him, I was like, that's the difference right there. Making sure that you get safe because there's 5 balls on the table. It's Hill, in a high entry tournament, 5th, 6th.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah, I see tournament players very similar to poker players, assessing what they have and how many rounds are in to determine their actions. Right? Like you have to, because not every match is the same. Not every round is the same. The first round is completely different than later on in the tournament, and the quality of play typically gets better. Would you agree? Like as it goes toward the end,
the quality of play on my end is astronomical. Like I play lights out towards the end of the tournament, but in the beginning I struggled to play lights out, and like that's also the difference right there too. Like you need to play that way and with that mentality the whole way through.
What I noticed from JT is his play is very consistent, but with Juan, his last 2 opponents were extremely tough, and he stepped up to the plate and delivered. Whereas in the middle of the tournament, he wasn't executing as well. His patterns weren't as clean. So it's it's really interesting how this match is going to go because JD's so consistent in his approach, and Juan is kind of picking up steam. And it'd be nice to see what happens at the end. So, with that in mind, are you a slow starter then, or is it because you have more matches in that tournament that you're shooting better?
Well, I mean, I think honestly, like for me, it comes down to probably the first 2 or 3 matches in it. Right? Like if I can get myself playing good there and win, all of a sudden, like there's this gear that kicks in. So I don't know. I mean, if I can get through on the A side towards 2 or 3 matches, I start to play a lot better. I'm more focused. I'm in stroke, right? Like that's a big thing too. That was a nice cut by Wall. The first lead of the match, I believe. Yeah, I mean, there was a tournament. I had a couple buddies put me in down in Vegas. It was Moby Dick, $578,000 entry, and they put me in with all the side pots, and I won the first 3 matches. The first 2, I won 9-1.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah.
Oh wow!
And I was shooting very good. Like I was lights out in the beginning.
Oh,
was a good feeling.
That must have seemed easy.
Yeah, and then I lost 4th match, so I was guaranteed 9-12. And then I had to wait and go to a different venue with dirty tables and play there. And I was warming up, playing lights out. Like I was playing very high, very like above my level. And then once the match came, all that disappeared. And I think what happened was I played too much.
Oh, really?
I played for like 20, 25 minutes, just warming up, hitting balls, and I think I won out.
Oh, wow. Okay. Typically, people they get cold from sitting, and that's the reason why they don't play on 2 very standard because they feel like getting a cold engine start. Right? So you have the opposite experience.
I play okay cold. Maybe not in the beginning of the tournament, but just depending on the situation, like I play pretty good cold. I mean, I've taken 3 weeks off and played some of the best games, you know. But I feel like if I would have warmed up, spent like 5 minutes or so shooting like I was and saying like, okay, we're good, but we'll rest until the match played, I might have been a little more focused.
Yeah, JD making balls on the break.
Yeah, I think it's tough to go for the out. I think we kind of, I don't want to say hold the ball because it's kind of touchy, but it's a little bit of spin. Come out this way. It's with that 2-7. That's a shot that I really learned playing with English. It does come in handy. It also kind of bites you in the butt a little bit. And also the 2-7 combo.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
I like the idea.
That's not bad. The dangerous part of leaving a 1 next to the 9 is exactly that. Some players will just go for it.
Like where the 1 ball is.
Yeah.
Well, kickable though.
Yeah, 1's been doing this to JD since the beginning, so he's just getting incredible saves, unintentional saves.
JD is shooting a little fast right now. I think he's just kind of reset. Calm down, focus. It's early on in the match, but it's 2-1 right now.
Yeah.
You don't want to give up now because it's 3-1.
Yeah, that's a big swing. 2-2 or 3-1.
Oh yeah.
Mentally, that's a big swing. Like 2-2, I think you still like you're definitely have a dog in the fight. You're still there, but at 3-1, things start to creep in.
No.
What is he trying to do?
No.
Is he trying to combo the 9 with the 2?
I think he was trying to make it 2. I don't know how much of that he had in that pocket, but I don't think he was really going for the 9 because I don't think it goes.
Yeah.
I think that's 7.
But with this 3-5 so close to each other on top of the template, how are you? What is the next move? Is it a safety? So
Right on this shot right here.
from the 2, and then you still have to deal with the 3-5 in the stack.
Here. I think that side pocket's in the way. 6-3, you could play the 2 that way. You could run into that 7 and kind of say,
It's safe right there.
we're gonna see short stick come out. I don't know how much I like. I don't know how much of this rail play it. It's quite a bit of it. Like, potentially scratching here, potentially coming off the backside, scratching there.
I love you, buddy.
I love you.
Appreciate
too,
you, buddy.
Good shooting. This
Thank
is
you.
good shooting.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
I'll add you, Doug.
Anthony Collins saying,
That's my dog. That's my dog, baby.
saying goodbye.
They're doing my job out there.
Yeah,
Come on, guys. Let me in the action.
that can be tough when there's more than one ball right above the template.
I use pieces of chalk. Boom, chalk.
Oh,
Boom,
yeah.
chalk. I'm gonna just take the balls off.
Yeah, good hit. But
Yeah, you see how close it was to scratching?
yeah, very, very close. Hey, is there a breakout here, Zach? Or
Definitely. Both of those guys. Let's see. Can you see down the line?
I cannot. The 6 is too close to the 3.
Love you, brother.
No, just to see if there's a breakout. Like, does he have angle on that too?
Yeah, he does. Now the question is, does the 3 pass the 6 in the same pocket as the 2, or can the 3 carry him off the 9 into the 4 pocket? 9 is 12.
If he got a full ball here, I don't know if he did, but
Yeah,
put the cue ball in the spot.
it might break out that slot. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. He stuck it right there. Now, for those who have never been in this room, it's such a beautiful room. When was it? Was it remodeled, or when did they bring in these tables?
Yeah, this place used
lights.
to be called Jake's Sparkle. They had 10 valleys, just kind of like this. Same tables. This table was at Jake actually for a while down the road. And then they came here. This table has not moved for probably 30 years. Maybe. 4 or 5 years ago, the guy bought the bar. The owner, Jake's, passed away. So a guy came in and bought the bar, remodeled it. This used to be behind this drywall. The whole place was set up and painted white. So he came in, put drywall, put some art on the wall.
Yeah, and if anybody's in the area and has never been to Phil's Bar and Grill, it's impeccable. The tables are amazing. The lights are living lights. They're some of the best in the industry. And these balls are they Dynasty or the
Yeah, those are the
Airman?
Dynasty. The only thing I don't like about these balls is there's no spot. That's the only thing. There isn't. They don't have any spot. People are just
Okay.
blank white ball.
Mm-hmm.
But the balls hit great. I mean, they hit very well for what they are, the price.
What is the benefit of having the dog?
You can just kind of see like how the ball's rolling, what kind of English was on the ball, how it's reacting.
So JD caught JUAN on 2. Now he's on 2. So I think I have to agree with you. The balls lay out good. Is that the 7 or the 4 ball next to the side pocket that's past the side pocket?
Well, it would be better if it's 4. I think.
Yeah, I think it's the 7. Yeah.
But it could be like looking at the number, it could be an upside down 4 or it's a 7.
Yeah, he just needs to be on the right side of the 5. It's tic-tac-toe. 5 to 6.
I would roll it forward this direction. So you still have the angle on the 5, but you're closer. And then just draw back on the rail, but you gotta make sure you're above the 6. So this is the line. I want to be on this side.
Yeah.
Because I want to use that bottom to either take the 7 and the bottom left corner, or go up table for the 7 on the side.
Yeah, that's a really key point for continuing to run out, is to know what side of the ball you want to ball. So this looks nuts. But I think you draw back, right? Just take a tough cut on this, or even we'll go forward.
I think you might be able to roll forward, but the only problem I have with that is bottom of the 9. You don't know if the cue ball goes this way. It's able to run forward.
Yeah.
If you hit it soft and it dies.
Is the perfect example of how much precision will require. If you're off just a little bit,
Yeah,
or slightly off shape.
If the bottom of that cue ball is sitting on the table right here, I mean, he could really just run through that top and miss the 9. I mean, that's what, an inch, half an inch.
That's a great shot. Now, are you sliding to try to get under the 7 or above the 7 after
Honestly,
you make the 6 to get to the 9?
I have 2 shots. I'm either coming here and hoping that I have angle on either side. I'd prefer to be short, or I'm going to slide over and play the 7 on the side. I think he has enough rail to just come.
Yeah, that's the key. I think it's the how much rail point you have from the point to the 7, because you need some rail to bounce out, otherwise you're scratching.
Yeah, I think it's okay here. I think the point is here.
Yeah, I think he's hard. That's a good shot. This ended up being the match that we talked about. Really close.
Ooh, look at that. I got a buddy to commentate the finals with me. That buddy happens to be the owners of EvoSports.
Patrick Nix or
Mr. Patrick Nix.
Oh, wow.
He said he's coming in for the finals.
oh wow,
I love commentating.
he's amazing. He's an amazing shooter. He's an amazing commentator.
He's all right. Yeah. You know, it's funny. The first time we ever met was at the Open, the Lincoln City Open, and you beat me 5-0 on stream. My first ever time on TV table. Mike D was commentating with
Not Paul Marquez, right? Not his buddy.
No, it was he loves ring games. It's like a 6:15. What's his name?
From where?
Oh, I don't know. He's from the coast. That's just
Okay.
what I say. He's from
Okay.
BCA at the coast.
Okay.
What's his name? Can't believe I can't think of his name. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry if you're watching.
Yeah, they both needed a break. This is it's taxing
Oh, yeah,
mentally when you're in a heavy duty or heavyweight boxing match. Mentally, it's pretty exhausting because that you can't let go. You can't let your foot off the gas, and you have to stay focused and also execute. So, yeah, good job by JD to tie it up because that's a big swing, right?
Oh yeah. What's his name? But anyways, he was commentating with Mike D. My first time on the stream table. Patrick beat me 5-0. And then Patrick came to Phil's one day. We played again, and he beat me. I beat him 5-0. And then we played another time, and he beat me 5-0.
Oh, 5-0
And I
seems to be
think
like the theme.
Yeah, I think the fourth match, somebody won, but one of us got 2. I can't remember.
Somebody broke the
One of us-
chain?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think we
no.
broke the chain. I think. Yeah, I like that guy.
Have you had an opportunity to visit his chalk box
Nope.
room?
I cannot play on a 9-foot, so maybe I better go and challenge myself. But I am just so good on a 9-foot table.
You gotta start somewhere.
I've never really played in a tournament, like a money match on a 9-footer. So maybe I'll surprise myself. But I was fine. Yeah, one.
Wow.
2 9-foot breaks, I think, last.
And if you notice, like where he breaks from, it's not really from the side. It's kind of like from the box.
Yeah. See, I have 2 breaks, right? I'll break from here if I'm trying to like make balls and potentially run out. But then I have this break.
And that was
Then I have this break right at the head ball, and balls will kick the 9, and then that's the one where
really?
it goes in
Okay.
these 4 pockets.
Okay.
Rather than the bottom 2, right?
And
It kicks the 9 like almost every time.
Where's your cue ball?
Center table.
Oh wow.
You know?
Just squatting it.
And
Okay.
and there were a couple times too where I started to see shape on the 1 ball as well. But I stopped doing that break because a lot of the times I would hang the 9 ball, and it's just not worth it. So.
That risk reward. Juan can definitely make the 1 ball. He looks really close to the 5. And so he takes a swing at the 9 and makes the 7 ball. And the 9's running around. And he might take another swing. Sometimes it's tough to play these type of players who are chasing the 9 ball because it disrupts the layout of the table. And while you play and sit in the chair, you plan out your next shots based off that layout. And so you have to reset mentally when somebody does that. JD got a great safety on that 3 ball. And the way the table is laying right now, the only issue is that it sticks to the 8. So he can get center table and hot that 6 ball. He's clear. So let's see if JD runs out or if he tries to get him on 3 files, because right now he's got 2. The only problem is the 9 is sitting right outside the pocket, which is a big hole. So JD's got 1 or 2 fouls, and with ball in hand is begin to run the rack out.
Wait,
He safety.
he had ball in hand right there?
He had ball in hand
On
with
that three?
with the 1 ball.
Okay. I was
Yeah,
gonna say, what are you doing?
He just needs to get a shot in the 6. He's a little close, but he should be okay if he gets good shape in the 5. That's great. That's a great technique.
So what are you doing here? Are you trying to just kind of stun over him, or are you playing this 3 rail?
I think for JD's stroke, he's just stunning.
I like this shot.
Yeah.
And if you hit it bad, maybe you hit it really good. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going for the 9. But
Yeah, that's I consider that like advanced level
But
route.
if you stun and you stun, or if you stun out, but you put some draw, like you're not gonna scratch, right? Like,
Oh, yeah, that's
yeah,
great.
just like that.
Yeah. That's
The only
that was
reason
good.
I like going those 3 rails is because now you're like going in the line for the 6.
It's the natural route. Yeah.
So I got to make a decision here.
Do you lay up softly, or do you go back and
No,
forth?
Absolutely not. I have missed so many times and hung that ball. I go for the rails now.
And this is what
Bang
really
right
tough.
into this 9 ball.
Yeah, that 9 ball's huge. It's a reverse bang, but it's a big ball. And
So this is a little bit of outside English, and the cue ball 2 rails, maybe even 3, right? Just make that ball. Sure.
Well, straight in. It's not over, but the next rack is pretty crucial.
Yeah, the next rack is very crucial for both. Yeah, I mean, I agreed with the bank. I mean, obviously, kind of tough to get back on that 8. I probably would have tried to hit it a little harder, a little bit of high left, just a tiny bit. Try to come up behind it, but he may have been laying up to bank that.
Yeah, I
Which,
think
and
so.
I'm okay with that. You gotta execute that shot. So it looks like Juan is gonna take a 3-2 lead.
Nine ball is such a brutal game,
I know.
especially on these little the 7-foot tables, because one missed shot or one missed safety or one missed kick costs your entire rack.
I know. I want the people out there to know. Like some of the people, I'm sure there are people out there that see my tournament, this tournament, and the rules and the entry fee, and are like, "What?" Like I just want you to know that I thought the same thing. Like I only had 1 day, and I got to play around a little bit. Different entry fees, bring out different players, different play styles. $40 tournament, and they just play fast. But this one, I thought it was people were gonna like take their time.
Mm-hmm. So
But
what?
it has gone through pretty quick. I mean, it is 3 matches, including this one,
Wow.
and potentially a second set. So we'll see where this ends.
So do you think today's pace was pretty quick or fast, just faster than you expected?
Well, this morning I was like, oh my god, this tournament's gonna get like around noon. I was like, this tournament's gonna get done at like 8. And people are gonna be like, we had time for 6. But at this rate, like we have 4 hours left, and I don't know. I don't know how much time that extra rack would take, because if you put that extra rack right and it goes hill on 4-4 rather than 5-6, like that's what 2-3 extra racks.
Yeah, per match, and
because you got to look at it that way. Like if every match goes hill, how long will it take?
Yeah, you got to look at the extreme, and then 47 players today.
Yeah, 40.
So
we had
there you go.
about 4 people drop out. So
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of matches.
Yeah, so those deposits, they went into the pot. What's going on in the chat? All we got is Patrick Nick saying he's going to commentate the finals with me. What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are the stick.
JD shoots so good. Like his technique is so good. It's just it's hard not to think about like why didn't he finish his racks? But it's just a little bit here, a little bit there. It adds up to make things really challenging. Like, are you spinning this ball? Are you spinning the 5 to get back to the 6, or is it just natural?
It depends, because really, like you were talking about earlier with precision, like this little bit of distance on the cue ball makes a huge difference on what shot you take, right? Like if I was here, I'm for sure coming into this rail with left and coming out.
Oh, you're not going around the 9.
I don't think I can. I think I run into the 9.
Okay.
But with this angle, like I'm almost.
Oh, and he got an early 9. That was incredible. Not sure if that was intentional, but that one could have been a 2-way shot.
Doesn't matter. Drop.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, like I might have tried the same thing, right? Like take my medicine on the 6, maybe play a fake shot, but I didn't see the cue ball going past the 9, and I saw too much of an angle to try to come out and hold it. So he probably said, "What?" Yeah, but like that kind of mentality too. Sometimes you have to say that. Sometimes in pool you have to be like, okay, well, I don't really have anything else. I don't have a good way to get to that 6. So he may have done that on purpose.
Yeah, he did a swing.
It's
Right?
tough sometimes,
I mean-
because sometimes you could miss, right? Cost you a crack, and then you scratch your head like, what? But when you make it, he is getting that one ball moving.
That
with his
9
line.
is the cue ball scratched.
That 8 ball came in just at the right time for the ball, because that's a 1-9 combo.
On the screen, the 8 looks like it's blocking the 3 ball, but it's not. It's clear. It's a clear path. So he definitely can get the first 3 balls pretty easily. Do you happen to know who refelted these tables? They were.
Sheldon,
Oh, okay.
he did a fantastic job.
Now, is he still making cues? So,
Greg over there has it. I didn't really get all the information on it. He's got a Labo cue, and I think I overheard him say it. Like an old one.
It's,
Wanted a good chunk of change for it too, so it's got to.
this is a little tough. 2 balls.
Can draw into those.
You can draw off the 5, yeah. And then it frees up the 4 to actually get a better shot on the 4. Oh, hey.
Where was the 5? Was the 5? Did the 5 get moved at all?
It did
Oh,
on
that's
that
right.
shot.
Yeah, because he's just gonna go off the 5.
Yeah.
And now it's blocking the 4.
There's a little bit more room to make. But
Yeah, but with this angle though, I mean,
you go in 2 rails. You're drawing 2 rails, like
I mean, if you're
side to
feeling,
side,
if you're
long rail,
feeling
long
good,
rail.
right, you can come here. I don't know about holding this.
Yeah, that's tough.
No.
Oh wait, he's gonna get shape. Is he gonna get shape?
If you can play it, if he doesn't have much, you can play the 5 or 6.
Yeah.
The way he's standing there, though, I don't know how much of this can we have.
It's pretty far away from the pockets, 2 diamonds away. But would you ever consider rail first to pocket walking the floor, or are you trying to
Oh
control the
no,
full ball?
I would play rail first. I had this streamed match on that PNW thing. I got straight in, and it was like close to the end, and I was like, you know what? And I played rail first with draw, and it was just so hard to get shape, and I made it and got perfect
Oh, I
shape.
think he did rail first,
He did.
and he's getting shape. Oh no.
He's got a think here though. He's got a think. But yeah, I was like, dude, just go rail first, and I hit it hard and made it, and I was like, wow. Like, I was like, wow. Like, I was proud of it. I was proud of it.
People don't realize how more accurate the nuances of different shots are, and that's one of those like shots that will give you shape if you have it in your tool bag.
Yeah, that's the thing, dude. That's the difference, right? It's knowledge. You also got to
Yeah.
execute, right? But having that knowledge and understanding like where you need to be on the table.
Beautiful.
Good shot.
He's hit 2 back-to-back shots where he wasn't perfect and drilled them with deadly accuracy.
That's my out right there. 8 from 1, maybe 2 rails. Got to get yourself a nice shape on the 4 or on the 7.
Yeah, this is key right here to get shape on that 7, right where you're pointing the shaft.
And this is really no right or wrong side, right? Like we were talking about that earlier. This side versus this side. There's not necessarily a right or wrong side. I mean, you don't want that much angle, that can mess with you, but not necessarily a right or wrong side.
That's great.
Perfect.
And so the next rack, JD is breaking because the 9 ball almost went in. Yeah.
Blew that.
Forces Juan to if and when JD gets it out, forces Juan to return serve basically without breaking.
Yeah, and I think that's the difference too. Like we were talking about my 2 breaks, right? I think Juan is breaking offensively. Like Juan's that ball moving, and JD is breaking from the side, trying to make sure he makes that wing ball get shape on the board.
Well, he went in the small side, which is great.
On the 8?
Yeah.
Oh,
Small side.
absolutely, yeah. That's my guess. That's a good circle.
Even Patrick's saying that.
Yeah. Call it a lollipop. There's a song. I'm not gonna sing it.
Don't. Oh, look, beautiful. Almost on the circle, but solid out by JD.
Yeah, first one down.
That's a lot of pressure for Juan because when you see your opponent get the 4, the hill,
Yeah.
you don't have any room for much error. And with JD breaking, that's something out of his control. Now Patrick must be visiting because I understand that he lives in Washington. Yeah, so he's coming down some.
No, he can commentate from it.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you can
remotely.
commentate from anywhere.
Remotely, I got it.
I commentated on a cruise ship. I did on the balcony with a view of the ocean. Oh man, that was just.
So that
the internet was not that good, so it was kind of choppy. I didn't really want to admit that. Like, oh, I can't do this; it's too choppy. So I just went along with it.
was this one of the coast tournaments?
I think this was the 578 and the qualifier for
Yeah.
that Dylan put on in
That's silver.
Star.
Yeah, silver. That had controversy.
Because I was gonna play on that, and all of a sudden I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm going on this cruise with like I can't play." And then I ended up getting in the tournament anyway. I made some money.
There you go.
So it all worked out.
Yeah. Wow, look at this. Beautiful break. Everything looks pretty good.
He's looking a little cage here. Make sure he doesn't. If you stun over, right? Like you can easily go too far. I don't know how much of that pocket he has.
Yeah.
So I like rolling forward.
Just take his medicine.
Yeah, and if you cut it, like even if you're in the 6, you saw
Yeah,
the shot on the 3,
the
but
3
I
is
think you'll miss it.
it's wide open.
Here, I think you can miss that 6 ball. The unfortunate rule. I think one may kick one rail, one he may do like a little. It's close to the rail, but you could do a little pop jump. Play it
I think he's
all
pushing
the
the 8 next to the
He
3.
did that again. Man.
It worked. Yeah, it worked. That's fine. As offensive as Juan is, he switches gears pretty quickly from offense to defense.
All right, here's my shot. Or that too. I like that.
Yeah, breakout.
Yeah, that's way
Yeah,
better than
yeah.
my shot. I don't even know what I was thinking. I was drawing into that three. This way better.
This is high percentage pool right here.
You have to touch that three. Though. You have to hit that ball. There you go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Patrick told me. It's Robert Niemeyer. Did you go look it up, Patrick? God, why can't I remember his name? I love that guy. He's loud, but I love that guy. Yeah, we were playing a ring game at the coast with the kids on a Wednesday, and then when matches started on, all these players in this ring game were like drinking, and they were loud. There were people like matching it into the tournament.
Oh my! Break out. What a fantastic shot.
All right, now what's he gonna do here? So I'm gonna give him a little love on that one. But yeah, these people are like in the 7th, 8th, 5th, 6th matches at the coast, and we're just screaming. But this is not it. We need to stick to Thursdays.
Looks really straight on this three. You can roll up. It's short side shave. He did, and he's got great on it with a little bit of angle, right? Can he send it down?
Oh, yeah.
Up table for the 6?
Up table.
Yeah,
Here's his angle, right? Four goes this way.
That is.
He can
That was a great
hold
shot.
something like that, or even come behind the 8.
I think he was 4 diamonds away, and he rolled up to that. That's a great shot.
See, that's what we were talking about earlier. Like towards the end of the tournament, right? You're in stroke.
Yeah, the execution is high level. He's got past the 8. So what do you like here, Zach? Do you like 2 railing the 6, getting it out, or do you like going up and down, or
This
just
is
one
one of
rail
those shots
short?
where like I need to see it, but if I have the angle, this is my shot. A little bit of inside. You got to make sure you get up there because that inside can really kill it. But if you go 2 rails, right, come here. Now you're crossing that window.
Yeah.
Your line
What about low left 2 rails on the 6?
to come behind the 8.
Come around, yeah, kind of around, but with
Like
the 8,
this?
yeah.
I don't like that. It's just too risky. I think with the way he's shooting and just follow and control.
You went 2 rails.
That's okay. That's a great shot. Now, there's another one where I don't really know what the angle is. He has it, but I don't know if he's going to come out here with high right. I think the safer shot really would just be to stun over. I think that's the safest shot. Because you can go and try to get yourself way better shape, right?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
in this moment, I think it's just safer to just come to this rail. I mean, you can't even really get that far, even right here. This far.
Trying straight back. Depends on the angle. Yeah. Yes.
So this 9-ball for JD to eliminate Juan Segundo and move on to the third place match. And folks, I had a little meeting with the last 4 players, and they all agreed that it was okay to just do the rest of the tournament on this table, table 2, so I can commentate. I can't commentate on table 1; it's just too close. And they will, they'll hear my commentary. So they all agreed to put on table 2 and just commentate all the way out. So JD CANTU moves on to third place. A great tournament for Juan. Thank you, Duck, for coming in and commentating.
No problem. That was
Kind
great.
of fun.
That was fun.
Cool to pick your brain a little bit. I don't think I have anybody. If you wanted to continue and maybe cut out halfway through, you could, but I know you want to get ready
Yeah,
to your
probably.
match, so absolutely. All right, man. Well, good
Thanks.
luck.
Appreciate it.